Hi, my heathens. Welcome, welcome. I know it seems like I started the channel and then just disappeared. I promise I did not. Just am going through some personal issues right now. And not to mention, I am trying to wait to be able to be more established. Like edit the videos and be able to add descriptions, stuff like that. So first and foremost, welcome my heathens, welcome, welcome my lovelies. But I feel like I want to put like a little side note out there that I apologize for being like, hey, come over to the channel, blah, 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 blah. And then it's like, well, bitch, where'd you go? You tell everybody to fucking come and then you disappear. I can assure you I did not. Okay, I did not. It's just sometimes life happens, and you gotta deal with shit, whether you want to or not. And then there's the working out the technical issues. Okay, so now that all that's out of the way, what I'd like to talk about in this video is the upcoming full moon. I had a question about that in the group. Somebody asked me, hi to whoever you are. I know who you are, I just can't remember your name. My brain sucks. It really does. That's why I have notes right here next to me, because I can't ever remember half the shit that I want to say when I want to say it. I don't know how I make it through a day sometimes. Anyway, yeah, somebody had asked me if I was going to do a video for the full moon or the upcoming full moon. And I was like, no, probably not, for all the reasons I had just mentioned a second ago. But I was like, you know what? If I wait for the perfect time to do something, then I'm never going to do it. It's never going to happen. Because it's always going to be something. I said it before in my earlier videos that nothing about my life is organized. Nothing about my life is planned. So why should my videos be? So fuck it, right? Yes, fuck it. Let's continue. So let's talk about the full moon and what it means, what it brings up, how you can use the full moon in accordance with your life or rituals, stuff like that. Give me 1 second so I can prop my notes up. I'm actually using my son's phone and he hates it. He's like, kid you not? I'm like, I will kick your ass. So, alright, first of all, let's talk about the full moon. I'm gonna show you how to get it. It go right foot up, left foot slide. I don't know what that is. Right foot slide. I don't know what this is. What is this? Oh my god. Everything was perfect. What the hell was that? It wasn't even rated. I guess it was like, hi, you opened me. Here's a song. I can't make this shit up. I can't make it up. I was getting ready to call him in here. Y'all are about to be in my life. And I'm like, could you maybe fix that? Say hi to the lovelies. Say hi to my heathens. Maybe could we not have that happen again? That would be great. Welcome again to my life. Anyway, moving on. Because I'm like, damn it, I'm not restarting this video. I'm not. I just got everything set up. I'm already getting hot. Like, we're moving on from this, okay? Alright, so during the full moon, at this phase, the full moon and the sun are aligned like the new moon, but the moon is on the other side of the earth. It's directly like, father, sun, mother, moon, stuff like that. I had like all this written down that I wanted to say, but it's a lot, and I didn't want this video to be too long. But basically, this phase is when the moon is most powerful. It's a crazy time. It's a good time, but it's a crazy time. It's a time for high emotions, high energies, high tensions, anxiety, polarity, like a lot of shit happens. That's why during the full moon, everybody's like, when the hospitals are full and crazy shit, because the full moon brings out the crazy, in essence. It does. It brings up a bunch of crazy, wild energies. how you can feel within yourself, how people feel around each other. And that's why, because the full moon brings out the and everything and everybody, which is why the hospitals are usually like jam-packed during a full moon, because it brings out a lot of crazy shit. But at the same time, a lot of good things can happen during this time. So basically, it's a time just like how you take out the trash when it's full. You basically want to do this for yourself. It's a time to focus on things that no longer serve you, that you no longer need anymore. Things that don't serve your highest good and your highest purpose. It's a time to level up, basically. So all the crap that his phone keeps going off. Great. Am I going to have to keep touching it to make it stay on? It's it's a good time to release bad thought patterns, bad behaviors, or negative behaviors, negative thought patterns. It's a time to really focus in and harness on the betterment of yourself. And like I said, what no longer serves you anymore. It's like, okay, this is no longer serving my highest good, so I need to dump it. I need to get rid of it. And the full moon is a perfect time to do that. That's, in essence, what the full moon is. It's a time of abundance, transformation, release, fertility. So there's that for anybody thinking about that. And what you can do in this phase. The full moon is a perfect time to tap into life's magic. And all of the, you're getting into the mindset that I don't need this, that, or this. I'm ready to let it go. I want to level up as a person and my mindset and in my thought patterns and how I act in the world. I want to get rid of things that are not good for me. And that is mentally, that can be mentally, physically, how you act in life, your thought process. So it's a time for all that. It's a time to, like I was saying, level up as a person, trying to aim for what is your highest good. So in essence, graduating from what you were to who you want to be. So it's like, I'm dumping all this trash out of my mind, out of my system, out of my thought process, out of me, in essence. And the full moon and the energy is the perfect time to do that. What else did I want to say about that? Okay. I already said something about the energies. Energies was crazy. The energy brings out crazy. So if you yourself are feeling like you just feel like you can't get a hold of things, you can't get a hold of yourself, your emotions are running high, you feel more angry, you feel more whatever, that's okay. That's okay. That's all normal. That's all okay. It's because what many of us, like, when this stuff happens, without many of us knowing it, the moon's powerful force is bringing all that crud and crap to the surface. So that's what it's doing. That's why you feel these ways during the full moon energy, or during the energy of the full moon. If you're like, oh God, why do I feel this way? What's going on? It's because it's the energy of the moon bringing all that gunk and all that negativity or all those emotions to the surface, so you can assess it, in essence, and say, look, I don't want this bullshit in my life. I don't want to deal with it. It's a good time to write shit down, I'm going ahead of myself here, because I was going to mention that, but I'm jumping ahead. So slow down, Sierra. It's a good time to graduate. It's a good time to graduate as a person, for the betterment of your mind, for the betterment of yourself mentally, physically, and emotionally. Okay, so some things that are good to do, just a few things that are good to do during this time. Cleansing your space and cleansing yourself. It's journaling is a good time if you want to, what I like to do personally, which I'm going to make a video about this at some point, but what I like to do personally is write down things that no longer serve me, or that I no longer need, or that are no longer good for me in my life. Negative thought patterns, negative actions, stuff like that. Writing them down, and when I'm outside, if I decide to do it outside, because there's a lot of misconception there. You don't have to be, oh my gosh, I can't see the moon's not right on me. You don't have to be. Do you think the moon is on everyone when the hospitals go crazy and bullshit happens all over the place? No, that's because it's energy. All you need is the energy. The energy is in the air. The energy is all around you. When the full moon is not present, don't think that you have to be directly in the light of our goddess to make rituals work, or like, how do I want to put this? Like, just being on the full moon, that's all you need, because the energy is in the air. I get a lot of questions about that. Like, oh, well, I can't see the moon, so you don't need to see the moon, darling. The energy is there. It's all around us. And the full moon's energy actually lasts for a couple of days. So even if you can't get a ritual done the very night of the full moon, you can still do it the next day. And that energy, because that energy is so potent and so condensed and strong that it has a very lingering effect. And for those that are like, who think that you have to be in the light of the full moon, you do not. So please rest assured that whatever you do, the energy is in the air. You don't have to be. Just like when people with the misconception of, oh, I have to be outside with my feet planted firmly on Mother Earth to ground. No, you don't. And I'll make a video about that one day too. But right now we're talking about the moon. All right, so cleansing yourself, cleansing your space. It's a good time to cleanse your sacred space or your home, any area in which you like to be a lot. It's cleansing your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, stuff like that. You can charge your crystals. Charging your crystals is like I think a number one go-to that everyone does. Everyone, I think, that it literally is like a first. That's like a first step that everyone does, is they're like, I'm gonna charge my crystals. And I used to think that. I used to think that if it wasn't in direct contact with the moon, then I was like, well, this is all for naught, like I'm wasting my fucking time because I can't see the moon. It's like the song, I see the moon and the moon sees me. So, you don't have to worry about that. Just the energy. Remember, it's all about the energy. So you can, if you do have the light of the moon, that's awesome, because that really brings in that aesthetic. You know what I mean? That whole like, ooh, it really brings it to life. So if you by chance are, and do have that one up where the moon is directly on you, I feel lucky a lot of the time, because where I live, the moon shines in such good directions all around me. So I'm like, oh, hey, cool, this is awesome. But you can charge them on your windowsill, as long as it's in some sort of contact with the moon. But it doesn't have to be. Do you know what I'm saying? I still use the energy. Even if I can't see the moon, I'll still take my crystals outside, or I'll charge them like at the window where it's closest outside. It's always about a thought process. It's always about you want it to be just so, and you feel like if it's not, then it's not the same, and it's not working, and it's not going to be, I'm not going to get the same outcome. But you are, and you will, so don't worry about that. Let me see. Did I run? Okay, I'm done with that. All right, another good one to do, which is a favorite of mine, is doing like ritual baths, which, oh my God, they're my favorite. They're my absolute favorite. And it's the most relaxing. It's intimate time with yourself. Is taking a nice ritual bath, setting up the incense, putting some crystals around the tub, like while you're taking the bath. It's a good time to practice on getting that thought process into things I want to release. What do I want to release? What do I want to let go of? What is no longer serving me? I'm about to throw you across the room, Caleb's phone. But it's all about using the energy to your advantage. Yes, it'll make you crazy. Yes, it'll bring out the crazy. Yes, it will bring up high tensions and high anxieties, but it's bringing all that to the surface so we can get rid of it. Okay? So look at it that way. Because anxiety can run high. Like, it can run super high. It does, like, for my son. Like, I have an autistic son, and he's 11 years old, and he's autistic and developmentally delayed, which means he's 11, but he has the thought process of a 5-year-old. So when things like retrograde happen, the full moon, his boy tensions are insane. And I know that a lot of people can identify with what I'm saying in that respect, because it just brings out, that energy, that just Mad Hatter fucking crazy fucking energy, and anxiety, and it can be tough to work through. It really can. But thought process is everything. If you keep on the thought process of, this is for my greater good, it's bringing all this fucking junk and garbage to the surface so that I can, first of all, accept it, address it, and then deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of not dealing with it. The full moon is basically forcing you to deal with all these emotions, but it's in a good way. You know what I'm saying? I'd like to point something out real quick. I have a really fucked up way of wording things. So, everybody in my group and my admin team who know me know this. I can't believe I ever decided to start a channel because I suck at talking. Because the way I word things, sometimes people are like, were you supposed to make me feel better or worse? So before I say anything else, let me point that out. I have a hard time wording shit. I see it perfectly in my head, and then when I go to say it or articulate it, it's just like blah, and then it just is all. I swear, if YouTube catches that to be the thumbnail, I'm gonna be pissed. YouTube is so horrible at catching me at horrific fucking moments in the most unattractive way, and it really gets on my nerves. That's why I'm like, I need to have shit to edit my own videos, and I don't at the moment. And someone who's supposed to be helping me, she's not feeling very well. So, Liz, if you're watching this, darling, I hope you feel better. I need you to feel better because I need your technical abilities. I'm kidding. It's not the only reason I want you better, so don't think that. Okay, but yeah, anyway, recap. The full moon is a time to let go. It's a time of transformation. It's a time of release. It's a time to level up. And there are, so many ways that you can harness and work with the energy of the full moon. Like I said, there's journaling, there's doing your crystals, cleansing your space and yourself. There's the full moon baths. I mean, there's so many. And if you go into the group, I have a plethora of information in there and ideas for full moon rituals or things that you can do for the full moon, that at least help with a starting point, that will help get you started. You don't have to follow it, but at least can help maybe give you some inspiration on how to go about working with the energy of the full moon. So just remember, it is a time to let go. It's a time of getting rid of all of the gunk and the trash that's inside yourself and in your life, and really capitalizing on that. It's about putting that energy back out into the universe. I was talking with a friend of mine earlier today. She's my ray of sunshine. Hi Brittany. Hi baby girl. We were talking earlier about frequencies and putting things out into the universe, stuff like that. It's really that thought process. It's that thought process of, I am letting this bullshit go. It does not serve me. It's holding me back. It's preventing me from moving forward within myself in a positive and productive way, and within my own life. You know what I mean? It's just about taking out the fucking trash and letting it the fuck go. And the full moon is a great time to do that. Great time to do that. So, that is it for now, my heathens. I'm muddling around in my head some things and ideas that I have for my next upcoming videos. Oh, I can't ever focus on... I don't even know how I do the shit that I do. It's hard for me to focus for 5 seconds, let alone making a video for 20 fucking minutes. So, I got some good stuff on the way. Just remember that. It might not be every day. I'm hoping for it to be every week. But just bear in mind that I'm still in the process of getting my life and my shit in order from the chaos that was a couple weeks ago, or during those couple of weeks. And, then the technical part. So please just know that videos are coming. I am going to be making more videos. They're just going to be, when I do make them, expect it to be all over the place. So it's not going to be planned. It's not going to be organized. That's just how it's going to be. But, that's me. And if you love me, then you won't care and you'll stick around for the actual point of the video. You just kind of have to hang on, for the ride as it's happening. All right, loves. So remember, the full moon is used to get rid of bullshit and the leveling up of yourself, like productivity, you know what I mean? Moving forward in a productive way. And this can mean anything, okay? Like in relationships, family life, home life, shit you might deal with at work. I mean, it can be revolved around anything. Just get the energy out there that you want to let it go. I don't want it anymore. I want things in my life that are of its highest good for me. I don't want these negative thoughts anymore. I don't want this negativity in my heart. I don't want it in my life. So just remember, it's about release and transformation. Don't forget that. And remember, for a shit ton of good ideas, which I could sit here and confer with my notes again, but then I'd be constantly looking down, and then we'd be here for another hour. So, as much as y'all love looking at this mug, I have to go. All right, let me think if there's anything else that I want to talk about or want to say before I go. Just remember, again, what the energy of the full moon does. You do not have to be in direct contact with the light of the moon. The energy is in the air. The energy is there. So, it's a good time to, whatever deity you work with, spirit guides, it's a good time to connect with that and really connect with and harness the power of the energy of the moon, and let the moon and the moon's energy help you to move forward in a positive way. Remember that. So, I love you, my heathens. Videos are coming. They are on the way, so bear with me. I hope I didn't confuse y'all more than I helped with this video, because I have a tendency of doing that with people, where they'll come out more confused than they do answers. So, I hope that didn't happen, and I hope y'all understand my meaning and what I'm saying with the moon and everything, because I don't pre-do this, y'all. This isn't like, oh, I made 5 videos and here's the final one, the actual one. No, I just push record and go. So whatever comes out, comes out. I do not prepare. I'm surprised they even had the little bit of notes that I did have. So I don't prepare. It is what it is. Y'all are fucking, along with me on this ride that I call life. And, I'm trying to help as much as I can. Just remember, it's all about frequency, 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 the energy you're putting out, what you want to let go, and thought process. Thought process is paramount. Thought process is key. because when you constantly focus on the good of things, and when you constantly try to be, you can't be positive all the time. Let's be real, okay? You can't be positive all the fucking time, and positive shit doesn't happen all the time. That's just not life. She's a cruel mistress that way sometimes. That is just not the case. But what you can do is focus on the positives, focus on the good, because when you focus on that, when you focus on the good, you see less of the bad. When you practice gratitude and being grateful for even the littlest of things, then you stay in a good space mentally, and you always feel blessed. And you know what I'm saying? That's just key. Getting rid of the bullshit that's in your mind, letting it go, flushing it out, releasing it that's in your mind and in your heart, and rising above that's been holding you back, or the bullshit that's in your life. So definitely use the thought process that I'm talking about. Practice that every day anyway, but the harnessing of the moon's energy to release and transformation and stuff like that, definitely use those as key. So I hope that this helped you guys. I hope you all are well. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for all your support, all my heathens in my group, all my heathens on here. Your support means the world to me. So thank you so much, guys. I love y'all, and I will see you next week. Maybe sooner. Who knows? You never know. I never fucking know. It's like, don't label me. Don't assume you know me. I don't know. It could be another one tomorrow. I don't know. It just depends. But I love you, my heathens. Thank you so much for being you. Remember that you are an awesome individual. The world is a better place because you're in it, and please don't ever think otherwise. Each and every one of you brings something amazing and unique to the table, and don't ever forget it. So please take care of yourself, take care of each other, be kind, have more love in your heart, and I hope everybody has a beautiful, not just day, night, but a beautiful full moon experience, and I hope that this has helped you guys. I love you guys. Bye, my loves.